yeah, half an hour after I got here. So I had to wait for the rain to let up. I finished setting up my hammock, because all I succeeded to do during the downpour is get the rain tarp up. And then just started to settle, got everything set up and settled down and ready to eat. And one of the other hikers I haven't seen in about 5 days showed up. He got caught in the torrential downpour. He walked a whole bit of it. He didn't think he was going to make it. He thought he was lost. And then a father and a 10-year-old daughter. She was a real trooper. She was bubbly and everything. She was kind of happy to get out of the rain, but she enjoyed the hike down the river to get to the shelter. But now I'm back on the trail to catch the Appalachia Trail again, and it's a muddy quagmire. At least the stream is gone. The creek is gone. All I got remnants of it is water setting in the trail. Now I hope I can do a 16 or a 15 mile day. I think the next shelter is 15 miles away. And they say it's supposed to rain again, so I don't know. I don't have a clue. They just come up out of nowhere. You hear thunder. Within 5 minutes, it's a downpour. But I stayed dry. And, oh yeah, and the guy with the daughter, he said about 11:02, looked at his watch. A bear come up towards his tent, was going towards the shelter. He just shined his light at it and said boo to it, and it took off. So there was a bear. I slept through it. Didn't hear it. I was sleeping soundly, nice and warm, in my little Hilton hammock. And this is what it looks like. This is the alpine rainforest. I got to do another peak today. I think it's 6,600, something like that, or 6,400 peak. And then it kind of levels off, you know, just up and down hills. I think I have like 27 miles to go. Yeah, 27 miles to go. I have 4 days left on my permit. So I should be out of here by I'm hoping the 3rd day. Well, we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to start walking a little bit fast and see if I can get to that shelter after the next one coming up. Because one shelter is closed. A bear literally bit somebody. So they dispatched the bear. And they say they got the shelter closed for 3 weeks to see if any other bears are a problem bear there. If they got the right problem bear. But we'll see. But that shelter's closed. I'm curious to see the caged shelter. I'll talk more about that later. But that seems interesting. But I'm gonna hit the trail kind of hard today. I'll catch you at the next shelter. Or some interesting, cool sights. So you're coming up the trail here. This is a beech forest enclosure. The trail comes up and you cross this fence by going up a ramp and down the ramp on the other side of the fence. It's to keep the wild hogs from entering the beach enclosure. You can see the fence goes down the line there. And you follow it partly right here. Pretty cool, eh? Just got some of this stuff to climb over. I got like, probably 600-700 feet to the top. Then it's pretty much downhill. Just a couple of small mountains to climb before I get to the shelter I'm going to stay at. Peck's Shelter. Here we go. Here's the trail coming up. And this is how close you are to the edge most of the time. So if you trip up there, have strong arms so you can grab trees before you fall all the way to the bottom. This is so cool. Got like maybe 7 or no, probably about, I think 400 or 500 feet yet to go. And I'll be up on top of this mountain, which is like 6,400 feet. I'll know when I get up there. I had to show you this, walking in a stream again, which is the trail. This trail goes down to Peck's Corner Shelter. AT is just right up there. And because of last night's rain, now we got the trails turned into creeks. I can hike and wash my feet at the same time. Well, I got 5 miles to go to hit Dry Corner Shelter. I'll spend the night there because the shelter after that is closed. I would have loved to make Dry Corner Shelter yesterday, but because of the impending thunder and lightning storm coming, I chose the Peck's Corner Shelter. I'll go to Dry Corner Shelter and spend the night, and that gives me a 15-mile hike tomorrow to hit Davenport, which is the exit of the Great Smoky Mountains. I'm just giving you some views. Look, like the sun is trying to come out now. Here's the trail basically a creek now. Yep, as you've seen, the trails are all a creek, basically, or mini creeks. I'm slowly making my way to the Tri-Corner shelter. Got my rain jacket on because the trees are still dropping lots of water, but it has stopped raining. It stopped raining around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I got ready, got everything packed, put away, and on my back, going up and down hills. But this is a really cool place. Awesome rainforest. As you can see, it looks like I could be in Michigan right now. The yellow birches here, spruce, maple, beech trees. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So I'll see you at the next shelter. And that is why they call it the Great Smoky Mountains. The rain, the rainforest, and the fog coming up from the gaps. This is what it looks like quite a bit of the time, he said. There's the trail coming down. And there's the trail going. Now I can walk in squishy mud. But I only got, I'll have 15 miles to go tomorrow to get out of the Smokies. I'll start descending pretty good tomorrow. Start going downhill in the Pigeon River. But on to the next shelter. It's like looking into abyss. Well, hello. Beautiful sunny morning. At least the rivers have stopped. It got windy last night. Set up camp around around 5:30 because the other shelter, like I said, is closed. My goal was to go there, then have a short hop to Davenport or Pigeon River, but they closed it due to a bear attack, and it's closed for 3 weeks pending investigation and see if they dispatched the right bear that attacked the hiker. So now I'm on my way to Pigeon River, and I'll get a a hostel has a reservation that's standing bare. So my goal is to make it there as soon as possible. So I'm going to take advantage of the long winding switchbacks. The wind last night dried everything out. My stuff was so damp from the rainstorm the night before. It rained all night, half a day. Didn't get on the move until about 11:30, 12 o'clock. But the wind last night came about the time we all settled in our shelters and tents and hammocks. I found another hammock camper. He was right beside me. I thought he was a tent camper because he was setting up his daughter's, helping her. And he goes, "You looking for a flat place?" He asked me if I was looking for a flat place. And I said, "Nope, just a place to hang. I don't care how uneven the ground is. Just means I can't get drunk, go to sleep, have to get out and stand up straight without rolling down the hill." But yeah, he's a hammock camper too. So that's 6 hammock campers I found to tent campers. Now, a lot of tent campers will stay in the shelter because it's just easier. You don't have to unpack and pack your tent. Set it up, clean it up, stuff like that. But they did come a long ways in the 1- and 2-man tents. They're awesome. Light, Dyneema fabric. You do a dual purpose with your hiking pole to have it set up. Some of them require just one pole. Some of them require your set to set the tent up. You gotta watch the roots. They're the worst. Slippery, and they'll snag you. You gotta learn to pick your feet way up. It's almost like you're a dancing horse. Because if you don't pick your feet up and your foot gets underneath one of those snags, you're kissing the ground. But I'm on my way. I've got 15 miles and I'll be out of the Smokies. I've done it in 7 days. They allow you 8. But yeah, I'll be out of here today. The terrain looks good. There's no rivers running down the paths, the trails. So I should do pretty good time today. We'll see you at Pigeon River. I'm so hot and sweaty, I want to jump in one of these little pools, like that one. This is pretty cool. Pigeon River Bridge. And this is the Pigeon River. Yay! And I'm out of the Smokies.